Have you ever wondered what it takes to turn a song into a visual masterpiece? Well, if you're a filmmaker, photographer, or make any type of art, this video is for you. In this video, we're taking a behind the scenes look at a music video we shot for Danni Baylor. We'll talk pre-production, production, and anything else that assisted us in creating this piece of work. My goal is for you all to take something from this video and apply it to your existing process. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Pre-production. So for this, pre-production was fairly short. The key takeaway for pre-production is inspo. We were inspired. I want to say his name is Brandon. He did like a behind the scenes video of a photo shoot he did, and I really enjoyed it. I saw a few others, most importantly or more famously, Roger Deakins from Blade Runner. That scene when they kind of walk through the space, that water look, right? That Mylar look. And for those who don't know what Mylar is, it is a, emergency blanket, but it's silver. And when water hits it, when light hits it, it reflects in such a unique and beautiful way. And then crew wise, I had my homie Omoleye and Camila pull up, and they just, they knocked out the park. And the BTS footage is from Samuel Tremont. Thank you, Sam. So, we were able to sort of capture something great, but also document that. A big part of pre-production too is testing. I think for me, before I go into any project, I like to test. So I found myself in the studio just trying to figure out what it is I could do to create this look. So I took the day, I created a rough setup, and then on the day of production, we kind of refined it. For production, it really helped to set that stage, right? And I think a big part of this setup and a big part of, going into projects like this is being able to test and having a question that you want answered. And in this situation, the question that I had was, can my FX6 replace my red Monstro for music videos? In the last one we did, I had the red Komodo and the FX6, and I really enjoyed the footage from both. The red had more of a texture, but when you're looking at the phone, you can't really tell the difference of what camera is which. The setup was camera on a dolly. For cameras, we had the red Monstro, the Sony FX6. Sony FX6 had a 28 to 35. Red had the iron glass lenses. In front of the camera was the V flat, so you couldn't actually put your hands on it, but it was there. Mylar was draped across. There was a table on Apple boxes. Mylar was covered over top. Mylar was camera right. We had an Aperture 600D with an umbrella, parabolic umbrella, a V flat to block off some light, but also like add some extra spread, some extra fill. Blue background, and then we had an Ari, I think it was either 150 tungsten light, 150 or 300 tungsten light, and that was shooting across, hitting the Mylar, and then hitting the background. So it gave us like a golden rim, but it gave us like a warm tone to the background, right? So it was like summer set, in the water, right? And I think a big part of this video was aesthetic, right? It's gonna be on Instagram. It's 10 to 30 seconds. So I think that is a very important part. And one thing I can take away is that teamwork makes the dream work. One thing I like to say is that the we check is better than the me check. And in this situation, team was everything. and we all came together and we created this. Rike and Sam and Camila and Lucy, and Jerome and Danny. When the music matches the visuals, everything just comes together and it just makes sense. It just makes sense. So, key takeaways from production is to test, to be curious, right? Like me having the question, will the FX6 replace, right? Is it a better tool for ... It begs the question, like, do you need certain things for this? Do you need to find yourself using certain tools or not using certain tools, right? So questioning what you're doing, questioning if this is the right decision, right? Asking yourself those questions, that curiosity is very important for a production, because you don't want to go into a job and just walk in a straight line, right? You want to, you want to bob and weave. You want to feel it a little bit. You want to create. You want to build on something. And I think for this specific project, we built on something from the last one, right? The last project was was a black and white situation, and then this one was color. I think a big part of evolution is just testing and trying and just being in a position where you're able to do something that you couldn't do before in terms of the actual like music video. I think a big part of it was shooting the video 2x speed and then slowing it down in post, so it felt like she was doing it in slow motion but her lips was matching up. That also just like created more of a vibe when you see the background going all crazy and she's just like singing. But then we also did some that was real time. For post-production was very simple. We shot it for the cut, meaning when we shot it, we had the dolly going for certain takes, we had the zoom for certain takes. So we found ourselves being in a position where I could just take the clip, put it in the timeline, color it, adjust it, zoom in or keyframe, and we got a clip. But I think a key takeaway from this whole project is that you want to spend more time doing and less time watching. A big part of this was seeing inspiration and going out and doing it. It's like back in the day where, you see Jordan on TV and you'd be at the park all weekend in some J's just like going in, right? So that's something to, think about. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got. I hope that there is something here that you all can take, implement, utilize in your own projects. If there's something that, interests you or something that you found interesting, please leave it in the comment below. I think I want to hear more from the audience. I want to hear more of what you all like to see. Do you shoot music videos? What do you shoot on? How long have you been shooting? Have you found yourself in a place that, you are looking for inspiration? And if you are, I hope that this is a place that, we can create that inspiration together. So yeah, that's all I got. I hope everyone is having a good, restful, and healthy season. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.